Hey guys, Garrett from On Point here. Today I'll be breaking down the Ventum 33, and this is going to be the longer version of the Venom versus the 30 for the Hoyt's flagship aluminum bows for 2021. So this year is going to have the binary cams versus the cam and a half, also known as a hybrid cam, and that's really going to change the game for them for tuning and shootability. You're going to feel a big difference versus last year's bow. Let's go ahead, and since I broke down the bow really thoroughly in the Venom 30 video, I'll just kind of give the specs difference versus the 30, between the 33 and the 30, and we'll just go from there and shoot some arrows. So we'll start with the IBO. The IBO rating is going to be slower, and that's going to be a few reasons, but mainly because the brace height's a little bit longer. This has a 6 3/8 inch brace height versus the Venom 30, which is a 6 1/8. This is going to be a 334 IBO versus a 342. And the actual axle, if you go onto Hoyt's website, says 33 1/8 for an axle to axle. Outside of that, it's going to be 1/10 heavier than the 30 at 4.7 pounds. The Venom 30 is going to be 4.6. And those are really your biggest differences. There are some differences in the mod adjustments between both bows. I had to go with a number 2 on this one to get me down to 29 inches, but that's really the only differences in these two bows. So if you're from a shooting perspective, typically a longer bow is going to be a little bit more stable on the platform and just a little bit more of a nicer bow to shoot, easier bow to aim, and everything like that. So we'll go ahead and shoot a few arrows like I did in all my videos. We're going to shoot a 425 grain arrow, a 480 grain arrow, and then a 575 grain log down the range. And I'll give my thoughts as I shoot the bow for the first time. But really just a great bow, and some features that I really did like, and I'll point out a couple real quick, as I really do like the short stop stabilizer, and more in particular, I like the option of being able to put a stabilizer lower on the riser. To me, when PSC did that, I believe last year, I just noticed a difference in the aiming, and it aimed better, everything felt better on the shot, and I think that was a really good move. And for guys that are wondering, you know, Hoyts in the last few years have been kind of lagging in the shootability with the hand vibration. They've been loud, they've been a little bit slower typically, and they kind of brought it back this year. So the noise reduction was way down on the Venom 30, and the hand shock was down. So everything felt a lot better, and I think it has a lot to do with even the backstop has a lot to do with the binary cams versus their older cams, and I don't expect the 33 to be any different. So. All right, guys, so here goes the first arrow. This is 29 inches, or setting E, if you guys are wondering. And this is going to be at 70 pounds, and I did draw test it in the back. So everything should be right on the money here. At 293, which is coming in a little hot. Versus the Venom 30, it should be slower than that, but numbers are the numbers. So we're going to go ahead and keep rolling into the 480 grain arrow here. That is 277. You know, the chronos can be all over the place, guys, so take it for what it's worth. This thing is definitely shooting faster, and it feels heavier than it really is, but I did draw test it. And that is 255, so it's smooth draw, guys. I did shoulders last night after I filmed the video, so I'm a little sore. So that could be the reason I'm struggling a little bit on the draw, but it is smooth. It has a really good back wall, and it's quiet. I mean, it has everything that you're looking for in a bow as far as shootability and on the shot. Everything's there, and it's a big difference versus last year's bow. I'm just going to repeat that. They made leaps and bounds and a lot of changes, and there are a lot of good changes. So outside of that, guys, the numbers are a little bit faster than I was anticipating, especially since the IBO is slower for this bow. So take it for what it's worth, but those are the numbers. We're going to roll with those. And outside of that, guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye.